Seko Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Yama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Shrimadeva Bhaktivinoda Swami Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. I would like to invite all the gentlemen, to sit over here. Okay, welcome. Hare Krishna. Thank you for being here with us. All our guests and all our devotees who are staying in the ashram or nearby or anywhere. So, gibt es jemanden, der kein Englisch versteht? Param Purusha? Okay. Wer kann übersetzen? Okay. Dann hast du hier ein deutsches Buch. Okay, we are reading from the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita, as it is. Srila Prabhupada, for those who may not be familiar, he is the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, which is an institutional representation of a much older movement, actually. The Hare Krishna movement was started a little more than 500 years ago by a very great personality, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Bengal, 1486, according to our Christian calendar. And he, throughout his life, he established the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra as the main process for, first of all, piety and actually spiritual advancement. And spiritual advancement means realizing the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we are discussing Bhagavad Gita, because it is a very condensed version of all spiritual knowledge which is needed for actual fulfillment of the purpose of human life. Human life has a purpose which is beyond living in this world. Human life is meant to realize transcendence. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was preaching widely that by chanting Hare Krishna, all the truths of Bhagavad Gita, all the truths of life, all the truths of anything will be revealed to the person who learns the science of chanting Hare Krishna nicely. So, and Srila Prabhupada, as his, we can say, empowered follower and representative, has given us this Bhagavad Gita as it is. That is how he entitled that book. because he felt the need to present this book in its original context, because the tendency is very widely spread nowadays that people, they take something, some kind of knowledge, some kind of idea, some kind of philosophy, and they turn it into something else. They may leave some part, they may add another part, they change it. And nowadays is a world very apt to changing all the time, because people always think that we have to do something new, we have to do something else. And so that that inclination is very, very strong in modern times. But the Bhagavad Gita, it was compiled more than 5,000 years ago, and it is still the same book. So Srila Prabhupada, he with great confidence, he said that I give you the original meaning of the book. So therefore, Bhagavad Gita as it is. So, and today, as far as I'm seeing on this board, we are reading from chapter 15, which is called the Yoga of the Supreme Person. And we are reading text 11. I will just read everything and then, yes, like that. Yatanto yoginas sainang pasyantyatman yavastitam yatanto pyakritatmano nainang pasyantyachetasaha. So, translation. The endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly. But those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try to. We will repeat once more, and you please also repeat after me. The endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly. But those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try to. So this verse is relating to the verse before, so I will also read the previous verse once. So it is written here, the previous verse is saying, the foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. So basically it is stated in that verse that it is not understood that there is a person beyond the body, which is presently in the body. And that person is different from the body. In very simple, straightforward language, we are not this body. And and there's two things that happen between us and that body. That as long as we are situated in the body, we are, here it is given the word, enjoying the body. We enjoy the body. We have some experience within that body. And ultimately, we will leave the body. We will go out of that body. So and it says that the foolish, that is a little strong word, but in a more neutral sense, anyone who is not in knowledge, he cannot understand that there is a difference. Like people nowadays, they will say that after death, everything is finished. I met one person somewhere around, I don't know, one time I met one person who said that, in German, wenn die sterbt, dann geht's Licht aus. Then the light turns off, switches off, and then it's dark and that's it. Done. My existence is over. But it is not like that. So that is the general understanding of people nowadays, at least in the Western world. So that is our topic here. So Srila Prabhupada has also given many explanations on those verses, and we are reading. There are many transcendentalists on the path of spiritual realization, but one who is not situated in self-realization cannot see how things are changing in the body of the living entity. The word yoginaha is significant in this connection. In the present day, there are many so-called yogis, and there are many so-called associations of yogis. But they are actually blind in the matter of self-realization. They are simply addicted to some sort of gymnastic exercise and are satisfied if the body is well built and healthy. They have no other information. They are called yatanto pyakritatmanaha. Even though they are endeavoring in a so-called yoga system, they are not self-realized. Such people cannot understand the process of the transmigration of the soul. Only those who are actually in the yoga system and have realized the self, the world, and the Supreme Lord. In other words, the bhakti yogis, those engaged in pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness, can understand how things are taking place. Om Agyana Timirandasya Ganandala Shalakaya Chaksurun Militangena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Ong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pratarini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pachatyate Satarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, the endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly, but those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try to. So, self-realization. We will take only a few minutes. I imagine you come from far and you're aspiring to, have a small stroll around, go to bed early. And so we have our discussion every day just to refresh our memories and to refresh our good intentions in the spiritual life. So we will speak a few words, but I hope that you don't feel under pressure that I have to be here. We will say a few words and then off we go. So, self-realization. Here is saying situated in self-realization. And as we mentioned before, the self is different from the body. The driver of a car is different from the car. And in the same way, we are different from this machine. So as much as we realize the self for what it is, and as much as we realize the body for what it is, then we will perceive we will practically experience how they are moving. To some extent together, as long as the soul or self, Atma, is within the body. And as soon as the Atma leaves the Deha, body, then they move in different directions. And so, and even regular people experience that. Like Srila Prabhupada explains in one statement that actually, as soon as we have human form of body, human form of life, we are naturally, to some extent, God conscious. It is because it is meant for that. Human life is meant for God consciousness. And my own biological father, he told me once how he was there when his father left that body, or the person who was taking that body of the grandfather left that body. And he said that he and his mother, my grandmother, they definitely experienced the moment when the person left. They had a solid experience that, yes, now he's gone. Like they perceived that moment. They were there with him. So, and he was not practicing any wild spirituality at that time. He may have done some little meditation, as far as I know, but I don't know in detail. But we say that when a person dies, we say, he left. But who left? The body is still there, is it not? So is it not the same person? No, the person in the body left. So, and the more we become conscious of the realities of life, the more easily we will perceive such phenomena. And the more we and the less we, or the more we live a life which is bad or averse to self-realization, we will not understand anything. We will be so covered, we will be dull. And nowadays, there is a culture of becoming more and more dull, actually. That is a very regrettable condition. And we should make, we as individuals, as much as we are interested in our own happiness and satisfaction and peacefulness, we should make sure that we not give into that culture of dullness and self-denial. So we should live a life of self-realization. And as I mentioned in the beginning before, there is a main process which is given for these days. You chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You can chant it for yourself. In India, you may know that expression japa. You just pronounce it again and again and again and again. You can sit as long as you like, or as long as you can, and you can repeat Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And and you can sing the same mantra. You can even sing it while you're taking bath. You can sing it as you are driving your bike or car. You can sing it as you are going for shopping. You can sing it as you are swinging on a swing. I don't know what, as you are playing as a child. Nobody is excluded. It is very simple. It is very simple, this chanting of Hare Krishna. So anyone can do that. And if you do that, there Recently I had a few encounters with people, different people in different situations, and we would speak about, what are the truths of life, and then they would say, but who can know that? Nobody can know. Actually, nobody can know what is the truth. And it makes sense, because the truth is a big picture, and we are very small. So what extent of experience can we have of the truth? Who can know the truth? Who can see the truth? And the truth is, you cannot. But if you chant Hare Krishna, you will taste the truth. You will taste it with your tongue, and it will taste very, very sweet and very relishable and very good. And you will experience great happiness in your heart, and you will feel that this happiness is my actual home. This is what I'm always looking for. Day after day, year after year, and Vedas say life after life. We are looking for fulfillment of heart, we are looking for happiness. And that is the actual essential truth which we are looking for, is our own joyfulness and happiness and satisfaction. And that is tasted and experienced through the chanting of Hare Krishna. So this place is meant for chanting Hare Krishna. You may have noticed we are singing Hare Krishna in the morning, in the evening, throughout the day, and we are also chanting this Hare Krishna on meditation beads. So I'm assuming you are staying here overnight, even? Yes? You will be here tomorrow morning? Yes. You will know that at 4:30, Nrsingadev is giving his first darshan. Yes? So if you can do it, you can come. You are very welcome. And participate in the chanting and have a wonderful morning, a wonderful spiritual experience. So this place is meant for that, and we are reminding ourselves and everyone who listens to us that let us take advantage of that, and let us go to bed soon, and wake up soon, and have a wonderful, we call it Mangala Arati, auspicious ceremony in the early morning. Okay. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Is there anyone who would like to add anything, or anyone who would like to ask anything before we close up? Okay. And I thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.